So this is a basic moringa leaf. This is the traditional size. It's been picked a while, so it's starting to fade. And it fade more because it has been sprayed with a chemical. If you notice, here the top is pink, the back is green. The front should be green as well. But because what I spray it with, it's green. So you're eating this thinking it's a healthy leaf because these ones look healthy. These have things sprinkled on them. So you said this is not healthy. Can't eat this here. See? These are the unhealthy ones, the thing them sprinkled on it. So you say these are unhealthy, I won't eat these. Because the others throw things on the leaves and so forth. So you say I'll eat this one because it's healthy leaves, but they spray the leaves and it's evidenced by the stem. You can know it's sprayed by the stem. You get a strong, pungent odor, mild chemical. Back green, pink, front burnish. You can see it from the side. My neighbor's one is green front and back, right? And it have a bitter aftertaste when you do this. So you eat these things and you get liver issues and kidney issues and you wonder why I'm eating healthy. This why. Now this is what it look like when they're sprayed. This is normal side, but this have the sprinkle powder, the sprinkle gummy. So the sprinkle things that look like these in it, but it's small, like particle. It look like flour, but this is the texture when it's small, like a sort of gummy-ish. This is radioactive material, and it is sprinkled on the leaves here. Trying to get the focus on. See them there? This is not anything that's naturally occurring. This is not naturally occurring, I assure you. It's not bird shit, it's not anything. So these things are sprinkled on the leaves. Here. And when it's go on like that, and eventually it melting and it fade and change the color. This is what they want happening to your blood when you consume it. So it fade and change the color. So it go on like this. It melts. I'm going like this first. Then it melts and go down and going and going and going until it's soaking and it changes the color. It starts to fade. That's what happened. So you have the chemical that's not obvious or overt, but it leaves a bit. It barely even make it lighter. It still maintain the green color, but have a bitter aftertaste. So you have that. You have the thing when them sprinkle the radioactive dust or gummy powder. You have that. Now, this one I'm not sure what this one is. Whatever this one is, change the size of the leaves from normal size. Put this here. From normal size leaves to extra large size. So whatever this is, it make it extra large. Extra large. It don't change the color of the stem. The stem stay the same color here, but it make it extra large. So I have some extra large gummy things here. I guess when I want to grow the parasites inside there, if it's some steroidal fertilizer, some super fertilizer thing or whatever, that's what this do. And also sprinkle a little bit of powder on this. Not much, but just a little teeny bit. Not even by surprise. I think this probably fell off when it was sprinkling this over here. Some fell and land on these because there's not much. Because you see, one or two specks. Nothing like these over here where it's like a lot of specks like powder. Just one or two. And then some go here and see. Go right here. Leaf extra big. Stem still green, so not the chemical that change the color of the stem. Because you see this? Front and back. Front and back. Green. And not the sun do it or anything. Because there is an odor with it. Whenever this stays, so it have a chemicalish odor. Not a strong thing like, but you can tell. And this is another one here where it look almost normal size. But you can see if it's normal size, them spray it with the bitter chemical or whatever, so it stay here. One time I used to think it was a norm for it to taste bitter and use cucumber, because cucumber take care of the bitter taste. So I would blend it with mango and the cucumber take out the bitterness, not knowing I was damaging myself. Though cucumber is like a natural detox, because my dad let me know that when they spray plants, if a plant takes 3 weeks to get ready after it's sprayed, the cucumber will take 3 days because it breaks down toxins and chemicals. And moringa also break down chemicals, as I have learned. So this is just something what I am just showing you. 4 different leaves here. The pink chemical, the radioactive gummy powder that fade up blood and color, the super growth whatever them put that make it get big and gummy. And this is just a semi-normal one with a little bit of powder and a little bit of pink. So this is a batch of all three. So pink bitter chemical, dust, super growth to supersize internal worms and parasites. So it's a super growth. And this is the all-in-one fully loaded pizza with everything on it. And as you can see, this is not anything normal. This is not anything normal. Not anything normal. It's my radioactive material, my backup thumb drive that work on everything from Mac to C to micro USB. The data on it was compromised while I was in the hospital, so my backup data is now compromised. Anyway, that's that. This is my meter right here. And I tell you something, when I put this on this, the basic background reading from this is 0.07. That's the basic background reading from this. It's on 0.17 now because I put it on the leaf and growing, right? Wipe it off and whatever. You need to wipe off because when I buy it, them rub chemical upon it so that it have a basic reading so I can't find minute things. This is something that they do. The first two never work. I had to buy the radioactive test card for it to work because I was testing everything and nothing now come up. And I said, I'm sure these things has been toxified and but the thing is not working. So when I bought this, I realized that the first two expensive ones that I bought that had a bigger screen and shaped like a little calculator weren't working. Well, the second one was working, but it was also toxified. That one was a more basic one that I buy on AliEx that came from Russia origin. The first one was one that come from Japan, and it looked like it had a graph and looked very intricate and very detailed. That one wasn't working. It had 4 basic screws and I had screw it up and mess it up and so that's why I had to buy this. It's like if you buy a vest. If I buy a bulletproof vest, I'm going to buy 2. And I'm going to take out the metal and take out the plates and make sure so the plates are the same. And then I'm going to, as in the plates weigh the same. And then I'm going to shoot at the first one to see if it works. If it works, then I sew up the plates in the second one and keep the second one. So this is it right here. And it's showing a rating now basic of 0-11. When I put it on this, it's going to raise by quadruple from 7 to like 28. That's what happened the last time. We're going to 14. It must not be on the right spot or where them spray the thing. But the last time I put it on it jumped from 0.07 to 0.28 in like no time, very quickly. Let me see. I also not quite sure exactly where the sensor is. Let me get that. One sec. These minute dots and specks need to touch the sensor to register reading. Not like the big thing here where you give off a large amount of vapor and so anywhere you go, you give off. This is a small little speck and a dot, so it needs to be near the sensor. But regardless, once this go inside your body, then your whole body is like a sensor. You get inflammation and your legs swell. When I went to the hospital, this is how my legs stay. It was very slim, and the food and everything was eating had my legs swelled up like I'm some sort of bodybuilder. And when I come back home, my legs go back slim. It's not because I lose weight or anything. The water and everything I drinking from I drink the water, my foot them swell up. That was what's happening at the hospital. So these mental institutions and these government agencies, all them just designed for poison and toxify you. If it wasn't for innocent people there and innocent nurses and doctors who are unaware, some of them know, because them know I carry the food and test, because them know. But those who don't know have kids to feed and depend on livelihood and so forth. The whole place will burn down. I would have go back and burn it down because I swear I would do that. Um, when you know better, you do better. You're a child of God and so forth. But this is holy war. These people are working for the devil and trying to destroy the blood of Jesus inside of you so that demons can possess you. And your soul die and you'll be removed from the seat of control in your body and become a prisoner in your own body and something else take control and that you can die and be replaced. But then again, there are innocent people being used who don't know, and there's people who know. So it's sort of complex, but I've been there on the entire ward and all the mental people. Like, say that you have 40 people there, 20 on each, male and female. I said 30 of them is agents, people who know what's happening. You go to them and try to touch a certain way to spread whatever they want spread. The doctor them try to spread things when you're using the vital thing, the thing to check your blood pressure. I have to ask people to disinfect each time. And each time I ask, I'm get annoyed and pissed. And the only person who asks, and I'm gonna spray the alcohol inside of it. And that's the thing what I put on your arm for for the arms for the blood pressure and blood oxygen. They put it on your arm where your muscle is, and that connect with whatever the more connect and touch what the more touch on all kind of something. So, you know, all them people. Look at how recently I heard that somebody up there by War 21 commit suicide recently. I believe that person was killed and it was a sacrifice. And if I wasn't there, and if I was still there, I'd probably be dead. Cause first thing, they have intervals where they monitor each person. I've seen the farms and they're like supposed to check on somebody like a couple times each, like a couple times per hour and so forth. It's something that goes on unseen and unspoken. They don't have charts and they don't document. They don't walk and say hello, I'm Mr. Groves. Are you there? No. They must look and make a note and then I'm going to fill out them paperwork and say them check so that them I'm checking you. There's nothing there. There's no metal. There's no rope. There's nothing what you can kill yourself with. Only the bed sheets. If I wanted to kill myself, I would have a hard time. It's easier to escape than to kill yourself. So that person I believe was killed, sacrificed, probably them overdose them with meds. Cause them try to overdose me. They gave me injection. That is supposed to be a monthly injection. Because I told them that I'm not going to take the pills once I leave, so they decided to give me the monthly injections. And even though they gave me the monthly injection, they still wanted to give me the daily dose of medication and increase the dosage, which was the I don't remember the name of the medication, cause the same injection here, the Invega system had mash up my memory. It was the Risperidone, yeah, the Risperidone, and I've been on Seroquel as well and Quetiapine, Seroquel, Quetiapine, which is the same thing. One is generic, and I've been on the Risperidone, would cause side effects and give it tremors, and then you get the Cogentin or the DPH for the tremors. That's how it works. And none of these things do affect your thought process. It do make you less insane. If 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 I believe that 1 and 1 equal 2, taking these pills won't change my mind from 1 and 1 equal 2. So anything I believe, I still have the same belief. All I do is sedate you and slow down your mental waves and put you in a state where you can be controlled. As in controlled by demons. Though the anything to me, I don't feel no different other than slower and heavier in my head and harder to think, and sometimes it blur my vision and make my eyes hard to read. That's all it does. That's all it does to me. It does nothing. Slow you down mentally, make you feel stupid, make 1 and 1 feel 2 equal. It make thinking feel like a chore. As it does, it make thinking feel like a chore, and it make you forgetful, and it make your eyes blurry. That's all the medication does to me. The injection, the sustainer, make me very forgetful. Go in the kitchen and forget what I go in there for. I'm a person who writes songs in my head. I have like Jay-Z, Big, and those people. I don't use paper From high school, I've been walking home, writing songs on the way home. So I've always have songs in my head, like album worth of songs. When I was a rapper in 2004 or 2008, I have like 50 odd songs in my head. When I was doing the gospel, when I was a Christian, I have like 15 or 20 different gospel songs in my head, plus all of my old songs and whatever I did still remember, because I asked her to help me forget the songs them that I used to do before. And like up to now, I still remember some of them. So a person who can go in the studio and not use a paper and compose tons of songs in his head can't remember two lines. That's what they're doing. They're trying to make me see, and they're trying to make that Joe Biden. I probably Obama did that to like Joe Biden, because the mob took over and like run the country said way. That's what they do. And them I try to do to Trump to him doctor prescribe back and a crap team more like in my need. You know? So in like a White House doctor. So that's what these people do. And if I was there still, I'd still be dead. Because first thing they were trying to transfer me to Bellevue, so they're not in a space. And the people who was trying to transfer me to Bellevue was not staff. It was one doctor and two people who was not staff. It was the cleaning staff. I'm moving me here. The cleaning staff, the people who work with the janitorial company, they were the person who were putting me on the stretcher and moving me and pushing me out. People who work on the janitorial staff, or some people in some janitorial uniform. It's like me. It's like me say, I'm not going with those people. I don't know who those people are. Because the only people who should be authorized to move me is the nurses and the wards that work from Ward 21. People who work for the hospital in the hospital uniform. But when it was time to move, it was one strange doctor and two people from the janitorial staff, people who were cleaning, moving a mental patient. And they were calling and trying to get some whatever. And I said, I'm not going with them people. Even though I was clamped to the bed and both head and toe, both hand and feet both hand and feet clamped and handcuffed to the bed. Not really handcuffed because I'm not really a prisoner, but they had the hospital magnetic clamps. I had to say no. And even while I was there, every time I'm supposed to leave, the doctor come. One doctor would say, "Okay, you're leaving. You're gonna go now." And I was there for 2 weeks, and you have student doctors there, right? People, because they also trained. So you have the student nurse and the student doctors who would come with them, think and them interview, ask you if you hear voices, ask you if you see a child on the road, what you would do. Some basic questions, right? And I was supposed to leave. I said the day I was supposed to leave the next week, when time one doctor said I was supposed to leave, I was there for 2 weeks and nobody talked to me. Probably one or two people talked to me. And all the time I was there, people would talk to me from time to time. But he said the day when I was supposed to leave, the day when I was supposed to leave the following day, 6 different student doctors interviewed me. 6. And it was come at different times. So goes, I want to talk to you and so forth. So when it was my turn to leave now and my doctor come, my doctor said she's not going to let me go because she's getting conflicting information from them. And it's the same thing I've been telling them all the years I've been there. My information does not change. Do you hear voices? No, I've never heard voices. If you see a child in the road, what you would do? I would stop and assist the child, move the child to the road, or contact the parents, and just basic information that has never changed. So them talking about them looking at my body language. Of course I was shaking because the medication make it shake. So I say if you see my hand jerking, it's the side effect from the medication that and there's no cogentin. So the medication for the side effect wasn't there to like stop the shaking. So that was all by design. They had no side effect medication there to like stop the shaking. I had 6 interviews and these doctors were saying that I look agitated and that my hand is shaking. You see how them put things in place? And then my doctor now was saying that one of the doctors said that she gonna try to get me home, and they told my sister to buy the medication in 100 milligram, and the place where she go and buy it coincidentally do have the 100 and gave her the wrong one. They gave her the 75, right? And when they gave her the 75, them say I can't get it because it's the wrong one. So my doctor said that no, she's going to work with the 75 because that's what they used to give me when I was at the clinic. They started me on the 100. That's after I leave, they gave me the 100 and they used to give me the 75. That was last year when I was working at Rapid True Valley before. And why I had to stop because it made me so forgetful that I was talking to customers in the store and I would forget what I'm talking to them about. And that stopped about a month or two after I stopped taking the med and stopped going to the clinic. I'd be talking to a customer who would say, I want some mop and a cleaner. I want a mop and some cleaner. I'd say, okay, sir, I carry it to the top of the store. Here's the mop. You like the mop? Good. let's go and get the cleaner. Let's go for the cleaners. And I go back down to where the cleaners are or wherever. Or but they're in the same space. But I'm just giving an example. So when I go back down to where the cleaners are, I will walking them down to the store, say more something from Carden, say more steering wheel cover. And by the time I reach down to where the steering wheel cover is, or like I reach down halfway down the store, I don't know why I'm walking. I don't know why this man following me. I was say, excuse me, sir, I do apologize. Can you please remind me what it is that you want again? And this is something, this is a person who has impeccable memory growing up, who keep everything in him head, who could look at a child, know every car in the night by the shape of the headlight, who write millions of songs in his head. This is somebody who has that type of a memory, forgetting these basic things like I'm senile at the age of 46 and 45. And this is what their medication does, right? So I had to stop take it, even though they bring it down from 100 to like 75, and that's that. So the doctor said that she was going to give me the 75 because that's what the clinic used to give me. But this other Jill Scott looking fat doctor, fat female doctor, saying that she believed that she must increase my meds. So I'm on the Invega. I've gotten the injection, and she wanted to give me the risperidone, which I'm still on, which is a substitute. Is either you get the pill or the injection. I'm on both of them because them claims that the pill will work until 7 days. So they want to give me the pills for the acute while the injection take effect. Fine. But she wanted to put me on epilim. Now, epilim sound like epilepsy. And the other night, I was talking to a girl who came to visit her brother down there. I mean, her friend, her cousin, who is a person who was kind to me. A good dude. When I had no snacks, he also gave me snacks and so forth. And he was going through some issue with the side effects when it was feel like because there was no side effect meds, and he felt like the movements and the tremors in his jaws, and he didn't know what to do. And it was frustrating until the side effect medicine come. Thanks to me. So I do apologize, but he got his side effects and medication because I had already failed those interviews based on the shaking what they wanted so that they could keep me there longer. So I was asking her what does epilim does, and she said she trouble with epilepsy. So she has epilepsy, and they were giving her epilim, and my doctor said she wanted to give me epilim too. So I am on injection, I am on risperidone, and they wanted to give me epilim as well. So if that doctor never did, and how I passed that is I tracked on all those doctors because they were student doctors, all those doctors who interviewed me, like most of them. I don't remember their name or anything, but I would see them and say, "Excuse me, I spoke with you. What did you say? There's anything weird happen or anything out of the ordinary?" Because I believe I had a very good interview, but I'm getting conflicting information from my doctor that she was so forth. And all of them saying, no, it was perfectly fine, it was perfectly fine, it was perfectly fine. It was one of them. I want to check him down. He was saying that I was a bit shaky and so forth, and I informed him about the medicine. And him said maybe it's because of anxious because I'm going to leave and so forth. And he did the interview again. And I guess after they did it again, this is I was okay and perfectly fine. But until then, trust me, I tried to escape. I escaped one time in the past when I was down by A&E and they had me cuffed to the bed, and they said my blood count was low. Well, if I have all these blood bleaching things in my body and these things when I eat when I go down and bleach my blood, of course my blood count will be low. So they wanted to give me blood. But I want to reject the blood because people get all kind of things from blood transfusion. So I'm saying no, but I'm quite fine. I'm there. I can run up and down. Nothing wrong with me. Blood count just a bit low. So they wanted to give me blood, and I was saying I'm not going to take the blood. So them start call my mother, and them can get it done. So them start to say, you know what, I'm a mentally insane person or whatever. So I don't have the proper judgment skills to make this decision for myself. So they decided that they can take away my right and force me to get that type of injection. I mean, get the blood transfusion. So I realized I had to escape, and I see when them ordered it and it came. So I was there in the A&E when I see them come with the blood samples in the little igloo type thing and so forth, and realize it's for me. So I said, I like to take this now. I don't take no blood, you know. Me spend my time I eat healthy, I try to purge my blood, and the more I can put these type of things inside of me from other people, and I don't want it, and I say I don't have the right to decide because them false diagnose me as whatever, so that them demon them can do them thing. So I said, so I'm going to escape. And coincidentally, right beside me, they brought some JDF shoulders, some JDF soldiers down the bottom, and the JDF soldiers were eating a pack of cashew. They bring this pack of cashew. I don't even mean to them catch me or whatever, but I guess found it to be a strange coincidence, and they started to look a bit snide. I never really trust them. Some young athlete JDF shoulders. So I had snuck in a razor. So I was cutting the clamp, and I had actually cut it off in the night, and I was putting on my shoes, and one doctor see me because I had it like under the sheet, and I was doing it under the sheet, and I guess the doctor was wondering what my head did under the sheet so long, and pull it off and see me, and then put on some new clamp and whatever. So in the night now again, I said I want to use the bathroom, I want to doodle. So them send me to the bathroom, and I realized that there was a glass window at the top of the bathroom. So I was able to climb out through the glass window, and I came into another room where there's a grill, and the grill was clamped. The grill was locked. I was addicted to the word clamp. The grill was padlocked in the middle, and I realized I could bend the grill and slide out. So I bend the grill and squeeze myself out and slide out. My slippers alone. So because they wouldn't allow me to like have on shoes. So escape, and I walk down. I had no money. When I escape, I walk through, and I never walked through the hospital gate because I figure, and I did actually use the bathroom because I don't want to use the bathroom. So I leave the toilet, I leave the shit in the toilet as proof. So them things, and it just have escape more escape. I leave the shit in the toilet as proof. Never flush it. So I had no money, so I walked down, and I reached down to KFC, and I went to the drive-thru, and I see a lady, and I beg her money, I beg her bills or so. I tell her, I said I left the hospital and nobody come for me. It was a lie. Well, it's true because like people don't come for me, but they were come to. I said I left the hospital and I had nobody to like carry me home. At first, I was trying to get like a ride out because I was afraid to walk through the gate. I was asking people who were leaving, and they were ignoring me. And I said, I said, you know what? One of them might call security on me. So and they were looking for me because I saw the cars driving through, the soldiers and so forth, looking for me. I had to hide in nearby bushes, which is a popular Jamaican way of escape. So I hide in nearby bushes and camp out for around an hour or two before, and then I never walk out through that gate. I took a alternate way and walked through the ward, and all kind of sitting on, and come out through UWI High School, and all kind of sitting. So that's what happened. So when I reached down to KFC, I stopped and asked a lady in the drive-thru for some money. Tell her I said, I try to get home from hospital because I believe I still had on the gown or something, and that my people come and that I had nobody to like take him home, so I had to make myself home. And she gave me like a bills or two bills, and I walked down somewhere, and I reached down to a nightclub nearby Blake's Water Store, and I talked to the security guard, and him give me my next bills. So I had two bills, and I take like people mean KFC in a drive through and somebody look money for go home and you can only give them bills. Well, I don't know what people going through anyway. Drive a nice car too. Maybe give you at least 5 bills or a grand. But anyway, so I take something and go Harvard Tree. When I reach Harvard Tree now, I saw a guy in Portmore who used to run taxi when I used to go up at Kens. He run Portmore, and it's a dude who I don't know his name, but my name is 0hm-R's. It's like a peasant looking dude. It's nice. Well, I don't mean nice like someone nice, but I mean peasant looking dude, good spirit, good vibe. You can say it's like a good youth. And I remember taxi him, see my mom more while, and I see him, so him, I'm my face and say, yo, tell him, ask me, I'm not go over. I say, I'm not come up to the hospital and so forth, I'm not body. But him say, I'm not go over Portmore side now, as in my greater Portmore side, I'm going to go like Gregor Park side. But I'm showing him some not the money, and him put a taxi, him car, he walked to a taxi bridge in and put me in a taxi and say him will take care of it. And that man was going to Portmore because he was going to Gregor Park. And that's how I was able to get a ride home and reach home, and trust me, and it's God put in there. It was really God put in there for me that night. And I was able to reach home and not get them blood transfusion what I'm not supposed to get. So them know all that. Say I had The mother record said that said that I need blood the, from the last time I was there, and I'm there this time now, and them clap me too tight, so my blood not flowing, and I'm having none, and they took a blood test, and they're waiting for the blood test to come back to see what them can do, right? And then I tell them somebody had numb, and these doctors coming up to me late night and early morning asking me if I want blood thinners. Well, first of all, them give me my psychomeds, and when them give me the psychomeds, them come with a needle and say them they inject me. Cause it's my medication. I said, well, what is the injection for? Cause I know I'm on a pill. Them say, oh well, these are blood thinners. So at first they were trying to pass it on like it's my mental meds, and I said, well, I don't want the blood thinners. And they say, sure. I said, yes, I don't want the blood thinners. Them say it's from my hand, so the blood will flow better. I said, no, I'm okay. I don't want any blood thinners. You're not supposed to give me blood thinners until they know the condition of my blood. So the blood test hasn't come back yet. And plus they know that the last time I was there, my blood was low. And they're still trying to give me these night shift doctors and early morning nurses asking for the blood thinners. So I have to be vigilant. So I guess when people see what people dealing with. So if I was not vigilant and ask what is that? Why am I taking that? What is that? And I was able to get the blood thinners with my low blood count, because my blood count was lower this time. Right? With my low blood count. And I go in and I get sick or develop complications or get weak and faintish. What would you hear? What would happen to me when I die? You would hear someone commit suicide or or some other nature. You saw these people crazy and wicked, devil, demons. Even when I drink the tea, I feel sick. Then I'm giving me some tea, and when time I drink the tea, but I start feeling the thing that I move in my body. When time I pull the cup and look, the tea is ultra black, and you see some things in the cup, like something I crawled up on the side of the cup. And that's only one sip of the tea. You have to chill and stop taking the tea. Wicked people, them. These people are fully aware of what they are doing. The staff, as like Dr. Len Horowitz say, medicine is a cult, demons, vampires, and them people. That's what they do to kill the children of Jesus and possess. The devil, there are 6 billion people in the world. The devil control 90% or 99%, and the one little me who him can't get, him do everything him get for try to get my body. He can't afford everybody else. You have everybody else in the world. Why need me? Or demon. Anyway, them not get me though. I'm 100% sure of that. I'm going to die and go to heaven. I will not go into their computer and become an app or a video. I will not go to hell. They will not disconnect me from heaven, because God don't need anything to connect to me. God don't need whatever only things He need for the body for work and host the spirit. God can come anywhere. God can manifest anywhere. So even in hell, His eyes is there. David says, if I make my bed in hell, even if you're even if I make my bed in hell, your eyes is there. So please, me no fret. Anyone will find myself, I know it's a God dead day. I'm dead before He's there with me, and He's there while I'm going. So I just want them to know that. I don't have no idea what to deal with. At least them know, cause them know them a fight against God, but them just don't care. You know? So anyway, don't mind me. This is just a rant. I'm going to do what I have to do to educate people and uplift them. Put out this video, and they can call it what they want. After that, tell them wipe my hand like punches and pilot and wash my hand. I care. I don't know. I just focus on my future. You know, if you know what hire me anything, I care. I just do what me need to do. And then now I get to clone me and like try to replace me and all kind of stuff. I know about the technology and all them stuff there. They can't come like on a clone Tyrone. Some of them people when them dead, if there's no eyewitness, them just bring them back because them need them to be troublemaker in the system that much. Some people. You know, and all them people, my people who come with certain illness, who them take sample from, but put on your food and all kind of something. It's a very despicable place. But God not sleep. The same way Him destroy Saddam. If them people don't change, God will give them a beating. So that's just basically it in a nutshell. I'm just showing you what I am going through. And also, it could be my basic sheet, because it's the sheet that them give me, and I find that when I put this on the sheet, certain part, my pillow and so forth, the I'm reading would like escalate. Let's see. See here, jump from 7 to like 20, gone to 17 now when it's on my pillow. And certain part of the sheet, I put it on the sheet and I see it jump to like 35. So I don't even know. That's what I'm off when time I come out to the hospital. My silk sheet mash up car. I press things on it, press clothes and kind of make the sheet some need to buy some more sheets and so forth. And that was true at the hospital. My sheet, every time them give me my sheet, when I cover my legs in my sheet, when I wake up, my feet was swelling. And like my whole body was inflamed. I don't know what was causing it. So I had stopped cover up with the sheet too. Because I think the sheet might be in on it. And everybody's sheet perfect. I go and look at everybody's sheet, normal sheet. All of my sheet them is either some old sheet will have some tear, will have some black mark, where the logo, where the UV crest on it is bleached out. Everybody crest is normal. Mine either it bleach out, either it tear, or it have some stain, you know. So I stopped using my sheet. I started sleeping without the sheet, and they got upset. They come and say, "Mr. Goes, why aren't you using the sheet?" I say, "Yo, the sheet, it like a, I say it aggravate my skin, kind of itchy," which was true. That wasn't an entire lie. It was partially true, but it was not the reason. So I told the truth in that the skin, it itchy, and it aggravate my skin, but not to say that I know say it toxify with radioactive shit and it cause my body to swell and inflame. And they were very upset and them said, "Okay, we'll give you a next sheet." And I'm share that sheet and I'm come back and give me a next sheet and like I just put it on the side. So like I put the sheet to the left of me and I sleep to the right. So or I put the sheet to the right of me and I sleep to the left. Like I don't use the sheet and I don't use the pillow. Because that's what they were doing. They were doing it from the sheet. Even the hospital, I'm getting the radioactive sheets. That's to show you how these people wicked and them know. And me show you how them know too. You see when them a come and I talk about the sheet them, right? And them have them glove and so, them put my sheet elsewhere. So them take up 3 sheet and then put the 3 sheet them elsewhere and them throw my sheet on the ground like apart from the other sheet them. Because them know and they know want my sheet toxify the other sheet them. That's how wicked and satanic these people is. Them and them government who like them a work for. Even A&E, them bringing this shit will come stay side of me and for no reason just push my bed and push it because it is on the wheel. So I'm saying, what must I do? I mean, I can't be upset because they push my bed because I don't like the near one. So if he push me far away from him, I don't love man. So that is perfectly fine with me because I don't want each side of one man. But at the same time, this is a turn of disrespect. So I shouldn't make that slide. But me just love it and say no because them bring him for a reason from the same face. Right? Him look like, what name? Like style speed. Them, you know, anything where you interact with on the internet and them bring them to the try for like aggravate you and all kind of sitting. You know? So I know that they were targeting me and then while they're trying to get me to stay, 2 new people come, right? And these people, one of them asked to go in my room because my room had like 4 beds and he was in a room with like somebody and I'm saying, "I'm gonna move for," and them asked to go in my room because they're bringing people in, government agents, gang members who them up on contract for pig fight. I'm with you and I'm there in the line for the medication and this person come and sit down in front of me, as in him skip the line and sit down right side of me and instead of looking at my face, right? This person skip the line because there were a person in front of me. I'm right at the top, you know, but the person in front of me gone. And he must walk home and sit down in front of me and there and look upon me. I never even look upon him. I just get up one time, them call and say next person and skip him and just go straight to the top. And they were saying, "Mr. Groves, you can't skip him, he's in front of you." And I said, "No, I was there, him chop the line." And them they never see when him skip me, you know. But them see when me skip him and like come to the front. Because the whole staff is in it. Yeah, I'm so when him come and them I talk to him in the night, them I talk to him present, "Oh, and we like it so forth and this and all kind of something." You know, them even bring a person who look like one of my old friend them who was very, very close to my heart. So these people them know your history and them work with government agents and I try to aggravate you, I try everything. So I realize that they were trying to kill me down that place and that I never want to leave. That's why the doctor was trying to find a reason to stay. That's why the side effect medicine gone so that I could be shaking so that they could be used to shaking to keep me there. Then me mess with my toothbrush. I had my toothbrush that I'm brushing with every day, right? And I come home, brand new toothbrush, you know. The toothbrush bristle flared. If you see how my toothbrush bristle look like somebody used to unscour the floor, you know. So that's when I tried to escape. But before, so I tried to escape because I can't stay at this place. So I realized in the night when they change the shift, is a new guard come who don't know my face. That's after the visitation hours. So I put on my clothes and tried to walk out as a visitor. And I made it now. I passed the guard, but it was a second guard who worked there all the while who saw me. Even though I tried to look away and turn my face. And I passed the first guard and I even passed the second guard. But he must recognize my walk and grab me and say, hold on, the man. And when him grab me, I try to pull away, but them hold me tight and them carry me back inside. Like four of them pull me. But I wasn't resisting. I said, alright, fine, fine, fine. You know, only like I said, only like I'm catching me now, fine. I stop resisting and I'm walking here. Them drag me in from the bed and carry me like some kind of force me to push me. Even though they know they push me, I said, fine, when they catch me, fine, I done, when they catch me. Them still I say, yeah man, and carry him on the bed and say, go for the injection, go for the injection. Them have this thing named PR or PH injection. And them clap me on the bed tight, both my hand and my foot. Clap me on the bed and come and inject me in my calf. You know? And I've been there the whole night and me think that I need help for piss me for asking for loosening so that I could have piss and all kind of sitting. And I had my punishment where I couldn't go upstairs. I had to stay in the bed all day, next day, the following day, and things of that nature. And then tell lie about how I grease up myself, about how being an oil up my skin so that my hand's slippery. No, I'm just I just babe never do that. You know. So I had two ways to escape. That was only one way. I was going to try again because I realized that they're bringing people to attack and kill me down there and make it look like say somebody gets dead. I'm dead abnormally, and I realized that the food is toxic. I was eating toxic food was having the fecal matter and shit. The food literally tastes like shit. Every time I eat, I had to brush my teeth. I'm down there, so I having fecal food. If it wasn't for family members, my cousin, cause my mother and sister never there bring anything them claim, so they know the money and so forth. You know, so it's only a cousin who worked on there in did I carry food for me, you know, and I left my phone and my phone memory card in his presence while I was down there because him say him could have carry it and give my mother, but I never wanted that because I trust him to have it more than my mother, you know, in terms of my data and so forth. He had my phone and my memory card. So and he kept it in his car. And when I came, he took it out of his car trunk. So I don't know if I'm going in car trunk while he wasn't there, you know, because one of the buttons them now work or the two buttons them now work good and so forth, and based upon the memory card compromise and so forth. So that was that basically, it's him carrying soap for me and clothes and care food, everything I got from him, but nothing from my mother and my sister. Them come and wash the clothes and so forth. But you know, if it wasn't for him, I'd be having to eat the food down there, and I have to eat the food. He knows that shitty. I'm there for 2 weeks. I can't starve and fast for 2 weeks straight. I'm not that skilled. Dr. Sebi Dr. Sebi fast for 40 days. The most me ever fast for is like 4 days. And the medication gave me appetite. When I was home, I could not eat for a day or two and so forth. But when I'm on the medication, I guess have an appetite or something. So it was very, very, very hard for me. So I realized they were trying to kill me. So I had to escape, and I tried. And I would have tried again. So they ask me why, and I tell them say because of the toothbrush and so forth. But the toothbrush, the food, the sheet, the water, everything was my body was so inflamed. I am still skinny. I'm still the same pound, but my calf feel like it a peel off of my bone. My thigh, yeah, my calf was as big as my brother's calf, was as big as Steve's calf. My whole foot swell up, and then when time I touch it, it don't feel like my skin. It's hard to press, you know. It's like, trust me, these people are so wicked. I would never go back to a place like that. I like let my mother know say if it's gonna come, cause she said if I don't take the medication come like next month, cause part of the reason of me leaving, they had to set an appointment to the clinic for me to get the next injection. But I let them know say I'm not gonna take the thing because it gets me forgetful and slow. And them say if I don't take it, they're gonna carry me go down to like Bellevue, and that they will come in and whatever. I'm keeping some special things for them for when them come, piss you and everything. I'm not going to go back to that place, and I'm not taking no meds. My man's like, well, then can come the law, cause each time them call them police friend, and he's a decent dude. Them talk to him nice, and treat him good, but cause he's not the problem. Cause when it's not him, she go to the police station and get somebody else. So, but I say there's no warrant, there's no right. So I'm not going to go back. And she said, well, no, them have the law. So you're telling me that somebody can false to the lie and me misdiagnose me? Because the first time I went to War 21 was I went to the beach by myself. And my brother called, I called him and said, yo, I'm nearby you. You know, you live near Hellshire, I'm at Hellshire. You know, it's a Sunday, you know, you're cooking the food, I can't stop by for dinner. Stay there, don't move, stay there. He came with a policeman in his car, saying that they're concerned for me because now my people don't go beach by themselves. So the first time I went to a hospital was because I went to the beach by myself, and they said now my people don't go to the beach by themselves. Can you believe that? I wasn't cutting, I wasn't abusing, I wasn't anything. I just went to the beach by myself and called my brother for some food. And I had a computer, a little 10-inch netbook, and like a 4 gig internet dongle, and I was browsing and on like a bench, and every like half hour I would just go and wade my feet in the water and just stay cool and relax and enjoying the scenery from women and from the beach and the sea breeze. And that's something that now my people do. Keep in mind I have no friends because I used to go to church and I stopped with church, and I don't have anybody in the streets because I am no longer an artist. I am no longer hanging out with people on the corner. So it's me by myself. I have no video games. I don't watch cable. So I will go to the mall and chill. I will go up on Kenny rooftop and chill and relax. And people who I know in the past would see me and I would ignore them, people from church, because I'm a hypocrite. I ignore them because they're hypocrites. And they would tell my mother, say they saw Omar in the mall and you must look past them, must walk past them. Is Omar okay? So because them see me and me ignore you because you're a hypocrite, something wrong with me, I must be sick in my head. Omar is not okay because I saw Omar and Omar ignore me, and that's why they're concerned. And I explain all that to them, to the doctor, and the doctor talk about, what if I tell you this, what if I tell that, and start quote all kind of big word. What if I tell you, say you're a schizo, what if I tell that, and all kind of big word. After I explain to him, so look, I'm not into hypocrites, I'm stay by myself, I ignore people because they're not good, they're not trusted, you know. And him summarize all that. Him said, well, your brother tell me that you're watching the mango tree. Now when people don't watch mango tree, I said, look, there's dust that gather on the tree. My tree is by the window. From a child, I have sinus. I have what is called bronchitis. Every time my room is dirty, I start sneeze. So what I'm doing is trying to really prevent that. Not knowing, say, when I was a vegan, all that gone. Because since I become a vegan in 2008 when I work in New Kingston, my sinus issue is gone. I didn't know that because it never returned, but I was trying to stop it from coming back. I was in my room dirty, so I say the dust is on my mango tree, so I'm scraping it off because it gathered on the bark at the side of my window and it come into my room. If you look at my furniture in my room, my bed, it have on the dust, a lot of dust. So I was scraping it off and with like a steel brush and using the hose and trying to keep the bark clean so it don't come into my room. So I explained that. I explained the bark. I explained why I ignore hypocrite people. And the third concern was why I'm still steering. I say I'm home. I'm not working. I want to form a business. I've sold things online in the past. I want to sell something, but I want to find something that people need. So I'm looking at people as like an anthropologist would, trying to find a product. You're studying life, like what Steve Jobs would do, just trying to find a solution. You know, Steve Jobs did a thing called calligraphy in college. That's why the font on Apple is so good and why people like it. So I'm trying to have a eureka moment and see what people need. So I study people. I'm here everything. As I'm here everything, and say, wait, what if I tell this one? What if I tell that? And he had a tone of speak like a police and so on, just like a police. I don't think he was a real doctor, to be quite honest. I've spoken to doctors all my life, and them things fast to diagnose you, and at any given time, because them fast to diagnose you, them things take you out of your house, take you off of your job, and carry go joke you with to them with like needle. I don't subscribe to that. So that's about that, man. And that's why I believe my brother, because he's the first person to do it. The first time I got it was him, and I wasn't cutting myself, I was nothing. I'm just a normal person living my life, and you telling me that you see the need to come check me a beach with police in your car. Where you find police? You will come with police in your car. Where you find police? More interestingly, what you do make police have you on the hook where them can use you to come harass your own brother, your own flesh and blood. You must do something, man. Must law me some law you broke. Why them can do that? Cause I don't believe so you and police have the type of bond relationship. Even when I'm at home and I'm working from home, and like mother call them to come check me, call police, for come carry me out to the house, for come give me injection and all kind of something. So me I leave. She take the key and shove in her waist so that make her leave the key for the grill. Me I reach in her waist and take out the key so that I can leave. She talk about murder. He might kill me now. My own mother. a ball of murder. I never forget it. That's why I say I have to leave this place. She a ball of murder. He might kill me until my little knee start ball. That's why every time I reach my house, that's why every time I reach my voice, my little knee start cry. Because she started with a charm about murder, murder, murder. He might kill me. One time she take the key and hide in her waist so that I can leave because she want police come carry me. So I had to crawl out of the grill and I have to go like squeeze up myself and leave my computer. So when I leave out of the computer and I find a place to stay, I stay with my friends who live near me, and I'm coming from my computer so that I can work from home. Them make me know say me can't come from my computer. And I looking for my PlayStation, I can't find my PlayStation. My PlayStation gone a police station. My brother carry my PlayStation, go to the police station and say I must talk to Carpal, whatever, what him name, whatever, and tell him say I want my PlayStation. So me say, no, you better find my PlayStation. If you don't find my PlayStation, I'm gonna burn down your house and burn down your car. So you decide what you value more, your house and your car or my PlayStation. Because what right you have, me and your brother fresh and blood. How police come in, how all them thing are I'm dropping, you know? So trust me. So that is basically my life. I just feel it says me alone and God, and the only thing that keep me back and something from going totally haywire is my faith in God. That's the only thing. That's the only thing, you know? I guess God will hold me back. If I was not Christian, oh my God, these people, and not just them, may I mean anybody who them send. Trust me. And I'm working against devils, but at the same time I can't become a devil for fight the devil. So this is the issue what I'm dealing with. I'm trying to move out. The other day I said I'm going to find a job and I'm going to move out and become independent. My mom is making me know that I can live by myself, as if I never lived 6 months by myself. One time she was in when she was abroad with my brother in New Zealand. I stayed 6 months by myself. I clean those, I clean the bathroom, but every single thing. That they work and come home and go bar and drink and whatever, or bring food for me and him, but it was me maintaining the house. So I know I can live by myself. I did it for 6 months while she was away. So I said I'm going to fix the van because my father was in an accident in partly senile because they want to get to him. So them lick him and them go chip him up at hospital. So like every now and then him chip and him say what they want him to say and talk what they want him to talk and all kind of them stuff there. Cause he's zombie or whatever. Like the whole rest of them. So what happened is before he became that state, him say him want me to have the van. When he was buying his Suzuki Grand Vitara, is me and him go shop and buy the vehicle. Well, not that vehicle, but when he was buying a vehicle, when he got him insurance money from, no, not him insurance, him like pension money, because all these years he wasn't getting pension, and they gave him $1 million lump sum plus 60,000 a month, which they further reduced to $30,000 because he wasn't doing what I wanted to do, which is why I'm licking down. Because I would put juice in the water. I would put things like put like juice in the fridge and him go back and go trouble it. And then when him stop do it, them licking down with the car and chip him and them reduce him pension. That's what I think. So what happened is him say more about a good vehicle so that him can pass on to me. So the premise of the vehicle was a good vehicle that Omar can get. Him want to buy a vehicle and can pass on the family car. He's aware of his age. He's older than my mother. He's around 70. So he wouldn't be driving for long. So he want to buy a good vehicle and can pass on to me. This lady, Miss Seaton, called him to go meet him up at Ken's by a flower. And while he was there, a man in a Honda Fit threw the gas and lick him down on him foot and carry him up on the next road. Both say him argue with him girlfriend and him foot get stuck on the pedal. While he's there, police had to argue. I mean, as in, the police call and say that the man is sorry. Sorry that he never do it. Why did the police feel a need to call and apologize on the man's behalf? Because them a work for them, for them people, for them Satan police, you know. So anyway, them chip him up there. He want a vehicle pass on to me. So now me say me I'm gonna move out and like take the vehicle. I'm gonna live by myself, right? These people who are carrying War 21 from when, but they're not the money, cause them own money. Cause the last time the bill was 200,000 leave. You know, these people sell the Grand Ferrari, the old beat up Grand Vitara. Somebody out of the blue willing to pay $500,000 feet. right? With the police or government, out of the blue, most of them are Christian, willing to pay 500,000 for the Grand Vitara, and them sell it so that them can have money for um pay off what 21 to carry me back there. So the vehicle that my father was passing to me. Furthermore, before that, they never want me to drive the vehicle because they want to be able to their supermarket before we reach for soccer, whatever they need to soccer. So every time I want to go, my mother talk about no, I can't get a vehicle until I would interject and raise my flag, say, look, daddy bought a vehicle for me, he wanted to pass on to me and made him buy it. So like you can't tell me no. So they realize that you know what I know, the vehicle get run down, then stop maintaining, stop put water in it, stop whatever. She would go drive the vehicle and anytime she drive the vehicle broke down upon her and now work now start and it gets park up because them can't tell me no with that vehicle. And because they can't tell me no with the vehicle that my father bought, this thing delivered to passed on to his favorite son, that vehicle stopped work. When the vehicle stopped work, my sister husband buy her a new vehicle and her car go to my mother to pick up the kids them from school so that vehicle them can tell me no. So when I go mall and go supermarket, I have to take them taxi and go mix it to the mall and go mix with if I get rubber or whatever the mall happen to me. Or rubber or like whatever the mall go in my eye or whatever the mall touch me with because them can tell me no with that vehicle. So they make the van run down so them can tell me no with the car and then now I say I get start work, may I look for like insure the vehicle. I start check on BCIC online and quotes and so forth. First of all, when I'm checking BCIC online, then block the website so that the website now work through a local ISP filter. And then now somebody I email me and call me with contract. You know, they know anything about them look at special numbers. So the automated code system don't work. And them start to give me automated like code both a call this and call whatever. So that them agents can call me. That's how Satan work. Anyway, it start work again, them quote me 5,000. I can easily afford that. So I'm looking at jobs so I can pay $5,000 to insure the vehicle per month. Right? My brother decides he's gonna sell the vehicle. Out of the blue, he decides he's gonna sell the vehicle because the more carry go war 21, which is what they did both. And I said, why the vehicle need to send? I said, only own the money. You know, mommy have pension, I mean, daddy have pension and him have NIS. Mommy have pension. I mean, mommy have NIS plus pension. Daddy have NIS and pension. The house actually rent out $50,000. So in all between the NIS and the pension and the rent, them I collect about $100,000 a month. You know, I'm gonna talk about light bill and this and that. I don't know how much from one hour kind of sitting. First of all, Steve wanted to know why she telling me how much the rent pay for because I must know I'm an adult who is 47 years old living in the house and I must not know how much the house rent for because I'm just this invalid person. You know, that's how my brother stay. I think I just want to know if I know that. That's why I wanted to move out with him, sell the vehicle because I was planning to move out, go to town and I work at one call center that had like a bonus, like a signing and bonus. Use the signing bonus for insure the vehicle and help with the first month rent and live and totally out of them life. Them could live happily ever after without the stress of having to deal with Omar and like everything that and I'm sorry, without the stress of having to deal with me and everything that I bring with the poison or taxifier or whatever and all that. They don't want it. They want to keep me in life. You know, he might talk about expense, but him rather find expense and pay War 21 how much money and all that stuff. And while I'm up there, them back and carry them can't carry food, them can't even carry snacks. At one time, them carry 3 peanuts. If it wasn't for my cousin, I carry box food for me. And even my cousin, I carry box food. Them afraid for him. I said that if we stop it because because it is expensive and that and that and that him can't afford it. Him not complaining. He's carried every day fine. No matter about him can't afford it and this and all that. And him a try him best. Him carry clothes, him buy shirt, him buy pants, him buy toothbrush, him buy toothpaste, him buy soap, everything I get from him. Them not give him nothing. Them only carry him up there to starve and eat them food and dead off. And just carry 3 peanuts one time. I just want you to know this is what I am dealing with. This is the last rant I will ever rant. This is the last rant ever. I just get do what I need to do, put out a little video there, and then I'm done. So if you see me, you know this is what I'm going through via this government and my family and the dirty police them who frame of whatever them frame for and the coward them frame to confront me because them know so them will lose in court and lose everything. Them rather have accusation I swing over your head like the accuser Satan. I swing it over your head. Him do this one time, him do this one time, him do this one time. At age 20, he's now 40, he's now 56. Him do this one time. Him drive a stolen car one time, him do this one time. He murder somebody. And them can't confront me and them can't say anything cause them have no say a lie. And them will get thrown out. So the murder have it swing over your head. Never accuse me, never say a word. See me and I smile. And partially because when I had to work at Diggy Cell, they were trying to friend me up because when I was doing my installation, enough policeman house them send me go. I look at my face and I smile up, and even soldier man also asked me if I can send them credit from time to time, and I said no, I can't do that. And because I wasn't friendly with them. And because I wasn't friendly with them. I was sent to the police, and some of them have some famous name. I went to a soldier man house and him have the name Lewin. I know the guy who was like the commissioner of police who was the ex-soldier. His last name is also Lewin. So because I'm never anything with the guy named Lewin who they ask me if he send him credit from time to time. Him say sometime him there bush and him care really and like need a credit card and people them and things of that nature, and one day me can send him some credit. I was working for Digicel job, the van doing the installation in 2008, and them give you like I'm credit, it's called courtesy credit. If you like give customers the card, but he wanted me to take his number and send him credit from time to time, and I said no, I carry that because I was still highly suspicious of people. I not trust people. I said no, sorry, I can't do that. In Vex, and them send me to enough policeman house. I still like enough police and go there and work with them. And then one time I work with them, as in I go there and do them installation. Coincidentally, I would see them again upon the mall or upon Mega Mart or upon the street, and them would drive and blow me, or them would see me and walk and wave, and I would ignore them because me not look no friend. And that is part of the reason why them turn bitter and turn against me and double down upon them lies and accusations. That's what I feel. I have nothing to really substantiate this. But based on the volume of police and soldier who I had to install while I was working, it seemed to me at the time like an odd number. And also some people from the news media. I was doing installation for people from the news media. Well, only one of them, a famous one, but that could have been a coincidence, you know. But and these people also had names of some of my other friends in the streets who I had by coincidence. So these people, everything was by design. But God know everything. God know best. You know, and them said trust God and lean on your own understanding. But God give you understanding for a reason, though. If I have above average wisdom, why is God showing me these things? Is God showing me everything what Him show me? For me, if you just turn a blind eye and say, well, I don't know why I show me this to God, but me I trust you. That's part of the reason I do. But I trust Him, but I also lean on the understanding what Him give me. Because everything my understanding God show me, not I don't believe I'm some sort of oracle of intellect or smarter than the average person. I just believe that God show me more than Him show the average person. That's what I do believe. Because I've made knucklehead mistakes and do dumb things from time to time. So I'm not a totally brilliant genius person. I do admit that I'm above average, but I don't believe I'm at the pinnacle like Einstein level and all them stuff there. I believe I'm just in the upward percentage of a category that many people are in. That's what I do believe. And that I am, apart from that, also woke with like spiritual wisdom says, my intellect mixed with the heavenly wisdom that God gave me. So anyway, I just want to know say that man got through, and this is everything what I'm facing, and this is the final rant. But don't talk. I'm gonna do the video now. I'm gonna try to put it out by next week Friday. If I say anything noteworthy that I can give you as a preview and so before then, I will do it. If I can if I can get a preview done tonight, that can make people know say when we're in business, I'm seeing things that they know what I'm thinking, because I see them talking about the video where I'm talking about Swagger Jack and them stuff there, and that is something what I have been planning. So they know what you're thinking, they know my plans, maybe them see where I'm going in terms of what I'm downloading, and then I try to make it look like I'm inspired by them. I'm not inspired. I'm inspired by God, and everything I have done was planned from long time. I was just wondering if I should just go full tilt and do everything, or just release peace. But I guess decided to just do it and done, and I intend I just go full tilt, and who like it, and who hate it. Because when don't try kill me from when you see how much it means them I do from the hospital to now from about 2005. So when not gonna like me any less and when can't hate me anymore because the mom hate me to the max. So I don't fear consequence or anything because them do everything what them can do and more. So keep the same energy. I may never work again. Believe off or whatever NIS and pension I have the little 5 grand a month or whatever them say they will give me. Or only can try to take what that and make it a mix up. One time my NIS number they merge with a like a next youth who know in like I'm high school come and someone watch one time. One time I go up at the office, me and him have the exact same number and him used to work up there. So when they can use the people and like using agent and try to thief and the thing, but they can't thief my salvation. That I want to know. No matter what I try to put on my body and the soul, when they can't thief my salvation, that's the only thing that actually matters to me. So when they can stop God from loving me, I think not. So you know what only can do then? I'd rather not stay, but I know what only can do. Try to stop God from love me. Just realized that the sensor that I had it at the wrong place because this is where I had it up here, and when I have it here it doesn't register anything. See here, have it up here, it's not registering anything. So when I had the leaves it was at the wrong place because it is see here the leaves here. Here says not a sensitive area. It take long to read and it stop at 2 to the 219 209. One sec. The 219 209. Here says not the best place to have it right here. 219 209. So here so is a place where it's not sensitive. However, when you put it here, look what happened now. Hold on, my car. Is it good now? $499 10. So you see here? $12.47. Something. Here. 20. So the further down it is, the better. 19. Jump down back to 12. 11. I'm gonna turn off the fan because I think the fan blowing it. 12. 13. 7. This is something that's weird. It's gonna jump from 7 to that right there. 8 back to 10. I think the fan, cause the fan blowing, so the fan blowing the vapors or whatever. But apparently I had it at the wrong place because I had it up here where it tapped out at 2. See, it gone down to 6, 5, 3, 4. And this is where I had it. I'm gonna leaves, but I've thrown away all the leaves. So in the future, I will go back and read and check out all those things and see. I have a bit. This is a headphone I bought, brand new, never been used. Logitech headphone. I don't know if this phone can share the details. So where's it stay? Clean and white. I have also kept it inside the I'm packaging, or like I'm inside the bag. So it shouldn't have any stain. It has been kept and never used. And look at this now. Here, so totally white and clear. But over here, notice the stain here. So this is a stain. This is not anything like dirt. This is all white, or like peach, cause it's a peach headphone. So yeah, peach, and here is a stain. This is stain. Something was poured here, right? And this brown thing that was poured here, some speck was also on the earpiece right here. So, and they have it right here. Some little specks right here, and it has been kept in the bag. But it was bigger, but it's cause I've been wiping it off. I should have show you before I wipe it off. And there's even some bigger ones down here, where it is. I sort of wipe it off, but they had the brown thing that they put here. They had some little wax-like specks on the card. And what this is conducive obia material to move spirits and witchcraft. That is something I do know, because when it touched my skin in the past, I'd feel like tightening up of the elements and the movements and things of that nature, of the parasites and things. So these things conduct and transfer spirits. That's the obia and witchcraft that they have been doing in my house. See here? It was a much big, but cause I wiped it off, it was a much larger speck. But I have been wiping it off. I should have shown you before I wiped it off. So all clean here, clean here, clean here. Everything was in the bag. So there's no reason for this, because this wasn't exposed. See here? This was not exposed. This was in a bag. Brand new, I've never been used. I'm using it for the first time now. Doing some work from home jobs. And this was not there because I have actually seen it before. So not like I never seen it. This was never there. So I'm going to take this off and wash it.